Aloha, everybody. This is Stephanie with the Projector in Paradise. So I changed the name of the channel to Projector in Paradise. We will be doing some more human design readings that will let you know what that is, a projector. And also, I just want to continue with the energy forecast. So these are how I'm feeling in the energy, what we have going on. We're still going to pull cards. And so today's message is about March. So we're going to look at the overall energies of March and go from there. So I don't know about you, but I'm feeling like January all the way leading up to March has been a very transformative process for me. So the energies have been a bit in hibernation, a bit in purge mode, a bit in learning how to let the light in through the process of transmuting pain. And I'm feeling like March is going to be the opening. Okay, so March is the traditional beginning of the astrological year, the Western astrology. It starts with Aries, okay? And the natural beginning of the year starts with Aries because it's the first sign of the zodiac, okay? So why would we start the year when nature is hibernating? Wintertime is hibernation. So we're not quite ready to be birthed. So all of nature starts its birthing process or its mating process in the spring. And so this is now what we're coming into. I can feel the energies quite strongly of change, of sovereignty. I pulled a card for my personal secret language of light that I do every month for myself, and I pulled You Are the Universe. And before that, I was feeling some cards that weren't the final message, and it was manifestation and insight. So that was giving me an idea of what March is going to be like. I'm going to pull several different cards, and the decks that want it to be used are highly spiritual ones. So we've got the White Light Oracle, we've got the Runic Odyssey Oracle, the Beyond Lemuria Cards Energy Oracle, and the Good Tarot. So already with that choice, I always meditate and let Spirit choose which cards we're going to use as the visuals, because I love the visuals. So I'm a visual learner, visual kinesthetic learner. So just having the auditory is not going to be for everybody. So I always try to put the visuals with the cards so that we all get the messages in the way that works best for us. But with this, it lets me know that there's spiritual influence here, and I can definitely feel myself upgrading on a emotional and spiritual level in ways that I haven't before. So it's a very different integration, and so those energies are here and available. We're going to get started with the White Light Oracle. So this is going to be the overall energy for March 2024. And mind you, this is timeless, so if you find it at a different time, it will resonate with you in that way. And take what resonates. In my channel, we do sovereignty in the tarot. So it's not about just listening to what I say. Move into how is that playing out in your world? What is your addition to the energy, right? So we do critical thinking with the spiritual thinking, okay? All right, let's get to it. It's this one. Okay. And it is Karma of Kuthala. And I'll read this to us. It's 43. Okay. Let me find her. Okay. Beautiful. It said, your sacred soul passion is powerful enough to shift the state of your inner reality and your outer experience. So commit to what truly ignites your heart and do not be dissuaded by anything or anyone. If you are seeking to make a commitment, do so when it truly connects you to your heart. Follow your genuine, meaningful bliss. Know that no matter what appears to be, you shall prevail, you shall arise. Kuthala is a Sanskrit term that translates as that which excites wonder. Okay, beautiful. So you are the universe coming out and manifestation and insight. What this month is really about following the highest bliss of your heart. And it was interesting because I felt like the energies have been such of, I'll do a later video, but the reason I've been so quiet is I've been building an organic skincare business and following the practices of my kahuna for the base oils that are used. And so that has taken up a lot of my time, but I've been learning, okay, the next phases here are really following our passions, that after that dark time, many of you who have followed my story know that my kahuna passed last September, and there's been a grieving process, September 2022. And so there's been, I grieved for a year, and then this next process has been about me opening up what I've learned through that and what my next stage is. And I feel like that is a collective energy. So there has been a lot of dissatisfaction with work or our lovers, or just not feeling like, it's time to be in the creative flow. And March is saying, if you have a dream, or an idea, and if it's given you a hiccup, if it's given you a little something that it hasn't worked before, it doesn't matter what anybody says. You keep moving forward, because you will know what your highest bliss is through how it makes you feel. It's this joyfulness that, I've always had this desire. I've always had this thought, and the source creator, the light energy, has been giving me this desire. So what I've always taught, and now I'm learning that it's a Kabbalah precept, is that once a desire is recognized by us, by the individual, it has already been created. It's already done. We don't give the desires to ourselves. The desire is given to us as a means to become more light. And that's a beautiful thing, because it means if you have a desire, if it is sparked, it's already done. It means that it is your destiny. And how you go towards it will be part of the process of opening yourself up. So March is going to be opening up that type of energy, that type of karma, that type of genuine bliss. I do feel like there's a lot of career change, and I do feel how we're doing relationships is changing as well. And I really am loving that, because even if it brings up things that feel hurtful or painful, it's actually opening your heart to carry more light, more love, more creativity, more inspiration. Let's get a rune oracle and go a little deeper here. Yep, this one. All right, we have AWAS, which is movement, and it's about trust and partnership. Its representation is the horse. So there's going to be some horsepower here, okay? And so there's movement finally after a time of stagnation. There's movement towards the goal where horse and rider are partnering together. In this partnership, I feel like on the mundane, you may have a new business partner, you may have a new love partner, but this energy feels more than the mundane. This feels like your partnership with your higher self and source, and actually riding in tandem together in such a way that the movement becomes more joyful, and that you're trusting the process of life, and you're trusting the process of things in March in a way that maybe you never have before. And that is coming out quite beautifully. All right, we're going to do Beyond Lemuria card. On the bottom was balanced forces. So I feel like there is a coming to balance at this time. Yep. And we got the full spectrum. Okay. So in March, we have the full spectrum of energies. This is Earth Star Chakra all the way up to the Soul Star Chakra and beyond. And what this is showing me is that in March, there's this full spectrum of energy. We have passed through the darker pieces, and now we are learning to hold and balance more light. There's movement where things were stuck. Now you'll feel movement, and this can feel like a restlessness at sometimes, or a nervous energy that comes up when we're about to have a big transformation or change. We may even have doubts in our head, or things saying, don't go after that because it didn't work last time. Look, in March, the doors are opening, and this is the full spectrum of energy. And so we can tell that part. My mentor always told me, doubt precedes a win. So in order to have success, or to have your dream come to manifestation, the process of doubt will always be there. There will always be doubt or anxiety or unsureness, because it's in the trust that we make the leap across the void. And so this is going to be a full spectrum of energy. You may have a full spectrum of emotions. So it may be the coming to the light that comes from pain to lightness and joy. But there's going to be a fullness that replaces the emptiness. I feel like there's been some emptiness and hibernation that's been happening, and March is showing that it's going to be full of energy. We're going to get the energy oracle cards now and go a little bit deeper each layer here. I'm really liking this, and what I'm seeing is that it's not exactly, they want 3 of these cards, so okay. It's not exactly that it'll be without some things that come up. It's actually coming through the darker parts, or coming through an obstacle that we actually can really appreciate and know that we have earned that light that we are now embodying. Beautiful. Okay, so in March we've got the Angel of Love. We have envy. Okay, so that's the thing. And blossoming abundance. Okay, so the energy here with this is that we do definitely have this Angel of Love energy. So if you're looking for a relationship, you may have someone new come in, or a spark that's happening from somebody else that was in your life previously. But this is also the Angel of Love, of loving being in your being, loving being in your body, loving who you are, the job that you do. And we have blossoming abundance. So it feels like in your love and money sectors in March, there's going to be an upgrade. There's going to be open doors where there were once closed doors. Some of you, there may even be, they said windfall. There may even be a windfall of money, like a door opening or an opportunity happening in such a way where, a business idea just launches and becomes very abundant. This can also be an inheritance. This can also be a lottery win. There's many of you watching, so there's lots of different scenarios, but it's like where doors were closed, it's finally opening. Same thing for love. It feels like you're going to be blessed. And so there may be envy that comes at you. But the thing is when there's envy that comes at us, okay, basically it means that person who's being envious is actually taking the negative energy from you. If you can go through it without judgment and just feeling like, wow, great, thank you that I am receiving my blessings at this time, and it's okay that they're envious. That just means that I have made my come up. It just means that I am blossoming. It means the doors are open. It means there's going to be room for more love. There's going to be room for more abundance. And if you find yourself being envious of another, pause, right, and go, wait a minute. Them having what they want is just a precursor, an indication that what I want is coming in. If you can avoid doing envy or giving the evil eye, right? And so this is the opportunity right now to move past envy and go into self-responsibility and self-sovereignty and go, wonderful, let me use that energy in a creative way so that I can move my projects forward, so that I can have the win. And everything's in divine time. So it's okay if someone else gets it before me, because that's theirs. You can't lose or miss anything that's actually for you. Okay. And so really, really beautiful energies here with that. And so, like I said, there's going to be some things that may, bring up a negative energy or negative emotion. And you're going to have the opportunity to be neutral, to add light to it, to go through that emotion without stuffing it down, without taking a drug or drinking, without eating that food that doesn't feel good for you, without trying to suppress the emotion, but actually feeling it and moving through. And that opens the door to your abundance this particular month, okay? And that's any time, but this month there's really good momentum happening. Let's get a few tarot cards, go a little deeper, and move through this message. But so far, March looks like it's going to be really, really great. There's opportunity here. We're always that choice of how we handle, whether we react or we choose our response. But in general, looks absolutely amazing. Okay, so first off, we have Temperance, Eight of Earth. Okay, Messenger of Fire. Love, the Lovers. Beautiful. Nine of Water, which is Nine of Cups, the Empress. All right, you've waited for this for quite some time, okay? You've waited for this new beginning. We have the Fool, Hierophant, and Transformation, which is the Death card, and Wheel of Fortune. Okay, there's a bunch of major arcana in this reading. So past energies, we have Patience, which is Temperance, the Lovers, which is the Choice, and the Fool. I feel like in these months leading up to March, this group has decided, I'm going to choose love. I'm going to choose myself. I'm going to choose to be patient. This is the angel. This is the divine timing. I'm going to choose to take the leap of faith, even if no one believes me. And even early March, if you haven't made that leap of faith yet, you're going to. It's showing here. And you have been patient. So Spirit is saying you have been patient. You have been learning your lessons. You've been learning how to transmute the energy. The overall energy is the Fortune's wheel, so the Wheel of Fortune. It makes me think of Rain Man. I'm dating myself a little bit, but like Wheel of Fortune. But it's like you're on the inside, or inside looking out, or the outside looking in. If you want to look at that picture like someone looking down a well, and there's a well of treasure at the bottom. And so what it feels like here is you have completed a 10-year cycle, because they said, look at the 10 on the Fortune's wheel. So you've completed a 10-year cycle, and now it's time to move forward. You're coming out of the negative energy and into the light, okay? And you have been patient. And in March, you're going to see some of the blessings from the work you've already done. We have Eight of Pentacles, which is about hard work, wisdom, learning, abundance, but abundance coming from actual work and expertise. This would be the apprentice that's working and learning, and you've been doing that. This is in your now energy. We have Nine of Waters, which is Nine of Cups. This has to do with wishes fulfilled, the things that you've asked for coming to fruition, even though you don't know how it's going to work. And then we have the Hierophant, which is the priest. In this case, it looks like a priestess. It's a feminine energy here. This also has to do with long-term contracts, spiritual law, okay, destiny. There's an element here of destiny, and destiny by choice. You can always choose to stay on a timeline where you react rather than respond. And you can choose that. but the energies in March here are available to you to move forward into the future where you do have what you want. This would look like long-term commitments. If you want to be married or have been asking for a soulmate that is your forever soulmate. We have many, many soulmates, friends and lovers. But if you're asking for that forever person, that availability to meet is coming in this month. Okay, some of you are just starting the process of daring to dream again for the dream that's your big dream, but it's for things that you have already worked for. It's energy that you've already invested that's now coming back to you. We have Messenger of Fire, which is the Page of Wands. We have the Empress, and we have Transformation, which is Death. And Death card is about change and transformation. Okay, you are making the transformation into the Empress energy. Whether you're male or female matters not. This is the divine feminine in her full power. The Empress represents all four queens balanced. Okay, so you have all four directions, all four elements now in balance. We have Messenger of Fire. You have communication coming in that's going to bring about a transformation, and that transformation is because you've become and balanced your female energy, your divine feminine energy. You're showing up. This Empress energy is your energy, so you're showing up in balance again. Whether you're male or female matters not. You're showing up in balance in your feminine receiving energy, that you can stand in your own power. And this message brings about beautiful transformation. It brings about the Wheel of Fortune. The overall energy is about the Wheel of Fortune moving 180 degrees. So where you have been stuck, you're coming unstuck. Okay, where there has been darkness, now there is light. Where there has been war, now there's peace. There's this energy of that transformation. But it's transformation that you've done where you transmute the energy of the dark and move it into the light. She's holding a little fire phoenix, if you can look at that flame. Okay, it's Phoenix from the Ashes energy. And many of you may have been feeling that you've been in the ashes mode of the Phoenix, and now it's the birth of the Phoenix for March. So I love that, you guys. This is really beautiful energy. I feel like I'm going to leave that there because it's just pretty straightforward. But wonderful energy. I will state that having this many major arcana cards, what I'm hearing is this changes the way that you do life. Life will no longer be the same after this month of March because you have completely transformed. And so everything shifts to a better situation. How you make your choices changes, how you know yourself changes, even how you go through pain changes to where you can look at it as a pleasure because you know that it's opening more light inside of you. It's like this total shift. It's almost like a walk-in energy, like where you have been one identity for so long, spiraling in the same lessons, and you get the lesson and boom, you're on a new trajectory. And so it's you're going to feel different, but it feels like a positive different. It feels like, whew, I've been waiting to become this person that can receive the blessings, that can receive what I have asked for, right? Because when we ask for something and we ask for Source to give us the strength to hold more light so that we can be a match vibrationally to the things we've asked for, that requires a change process. That requires going through the tests that say, okay, this is what has happened. And this is what's required for my growth. It's not about changing the other person. And it feels like that you finally get that in the month of March, that we all finally get that we are sovereign and all the change comes from within. And when we make that shift and when we bring consciousness and light to the dark, it can no longer be dark, right? And so really, really grateful, you guys. I'm very excited. And as you go through things, please comment below of the really wonderful things that show up for you, and how you moved through that process. Would love to share that with the community. So thank you guys so much. I'm going to leave that there. And until next time, aloha.